Again, Happy New Year. I'm saying again because I just recently did a rant on something else, and this is going to be uploaded side by side with it. But I just want to say, this is actually advice, tips, and it's going to be my very first my very first and final tip thing for 2014. And my tips are for fighting the VP. And first off is join a boarding group. Unless you're a high laugh and trying to take a challenge, do not just go into the elevator at will. Here are a couple reasons why. Earlier today, before I gave out this advice, I was just bored and decided, hey, other people are running to the elevator. I'll go too. And when I did, I died. And here's what I noticed. There were a couple higher tunes, and there were low tunes. I think the lowest tune was about 48 laugh points, and, I'll tell you how it went. The first round was perfectly okay, but the other side had a bit more trouble since they had more lower tunes. But the second round is where I died, because these people did not listen, and they didn't tune up enough, so I literally had to waste my very first wedding cake earned, and lose my very first geyser earned because they didn't listen, and because I was stuck with them. I mean, come on. But, come on, all of his tunes have lost our very first hard-earned gags. Alright. Let me see. Well, okay. And also, I recommend that you at least get your 50 gag pouch, or have good gags, but, no Ubers allowed, or Ubers, or whatever. Because, what gives them a more special spot than, like a 57 laugher that only has gags up to the cream pie, and is a cold collar? Seriously. And, even their gags were worse, and twice I've said, lure. Did they listen? No, they chose sound. But anyway, I advise that you keep, what was it? Oh my god, I think I forgot. Well, just join a boarding group. And when you join, check the people. And, also for my second tip, that, well, everybody should know, do not train. Buildings can help you out a lot with training, seriously. That's why I use those for, getting my level 7 gags. And, remind them if you're not training, just say, hey, let's use sound, but my sound isn't that good. I only have the bugle. To be honest, I only have up to the bugle in Toontown Rewritten right now. Yeah, but I'm working on training it in buildings. Mostly 5 stories. Anyway, my next tip is during the pie round, choose something you're good at. If you're good at throwing pies into the undercarriage, work at that. If you're good at hitting the VP in his face or his body, then do that. If you don't really feel like you're good at either of those, then just, well, first of all, remind them and then say, first remind them and then say that you're going to stay behind to heal whoever is, whoever needs healing. And, also, sort of going back to the whole join a boarding group and check people's gags. So check their laugh. I mean, come on. Look at the laugh. Look at the gags and laugh, not just the suit. Sorry, I'm eating popcorn, but I'm going to try and not make it too noisy because it would be annoying if it was super noisy. And I almost choked there. Anyway, you'll never know if somebody could be trying to green or not if you just look at their laugh or their suit. And I've caught a greener in a building before, and he tried to cover up by tuning us up. Or I don't know if he was just trying to just be more annoying than a troll. And anyway, if you are to encounter a greener, just punish them. Just heal others individually and don't heal the greener. Anyway, another tip. Do not invite high tunes if you are not a high tune yourself, because chances are they're probably not gonna accept your invite. And come on, but try and get into a group with the high tune. It's sort of more common actually. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention. One of my pet peeves when waiting for the elevator countdown in the old VP times, I hate it when these stupid Hollywoods block off the time on purpose just so, well, actually no, block off the elevator, block off the screen from people so they don't know who got off, who got on, and if there's a timer. It seems he said, well, actually, no, just moving on to my next tip. Well, before I move on to my next tip, sometimes you might get lucky, and a high tune will actually invite you. Why, you may ask? Well, oh god, almost. Well, no, I felt like I sort of had an itch in my throat there. Sorry. Some of them are really nice and actually look at the gags and not just the suit. I mean, that's what I saw. That's what I dealt with. But the others, of course, are very judgmental. And they just take one look at the suit and they're like, yeah, they're low. Forget them. And okay, on to my next tip. Do not thought bubble up. No, not Do not thought bubble up. Please invite or look at gags not suit, or even what gags you do have. For in other words, don't say, oh, 75 lat for max throw, squirt, drop, and lure. That's not going to always work. And people normally don't invite beggars, from what I've heard. So, I just don't beg. Anyway, to my next tip. And I forgot my next tip, so I'm just going to try and discuss more about the VP. I mean, usually, God, can't believe I've completely forgotten. Well, I'm sorry about that, but and oh yeah, I remember the tip. Oh my god. Don't or do say no. Well, now I forgot it. No, I don't. I keep switching from I remember, I don't remember, I remember, I don't remember. Anyway. I'm trying to remember again. I mean, it's just, well, I'm just going to sort of rant while I wait and remember. It's sort of, well, I feel like, to me, the Vice President is the most complicated boss battle because it's where most tunes green. And by the way, I'm just going to say that the golden rule is do not train. Yeah, do not train. It's not what the VP is for, training. I remember it. Oh god. Okay, my final tip is don't focus more on the VP instead of your tasks, because some people I sort of think are more of Ubers because they've been doing the VP for so long, and I've seen non-max left level 50 Hollywoods before, but that was an original Toontown. Okay, that's all I have for these tips. This is Fosket saying goodbye, and have a Happy New Year.